Around 400 million years ago, long before dinosaurs roamed the Earth, our planet was a world of strange landscapes and early life. Vast oceans covered much of the globe, while primitive plants began to take root on land, forever transforming the face of the Earth. To explore this past, we trace time from the Cambrian explosion to the rise of fish and forests, arriving in the Devonian, the age of fishes. At that time, the continents looked very different from today, forming massive supercontinents like Gondwana and Euramerica. Ancient seas teemed with life, while lush coastal forests were beginning to shape the future of the land. One of the era's most fearsome hunters was Dunkleosteus, a 6-meter armored fish with jaws strong enough to crush bone, showing how complex ancient seas had become. But the Devonian was also a turning point on land, as forests spread along rivers and creatures like Tiktaalik began the journey from water, evolving limbs that changed history. The rise of vascular plants was revolutionary, with tissues to transport water and nutrients, letting them grow tall and form forests that reshaped Earth's atmosphere and landscapes. As forests spread, photosynthesis drew down carbon dioxide and sent oxygen to record highs, creating a world both alien and alive. With so much oxygen, insects could grow to incredible sizes. Meganeura, a dragonfly with a wingspan as wide as a hawk, ruled the ancient skies above steamy swamps. Beneath the water, other giants thrived. Eurypterids, or sea scorpions, were fierce predators of lakes and rivers, some reaching lengths over 2 meters. On land, evolution took a new path. Among ferns and logs, small reptiles like Hylonomus appeared, laying hard-shelled eggs that freed them from water. By this time, Earth's continents were drifting together, forming vast coal swamps that would become today's coal deposits. Laurussia joined Gondwana to create Pangaea, reshaping currents, climate, and the world to come. As the Permian period dawned, Earth's great land masses, Gondwana and Laurussia, slowly collided, forming the giant supercontinent known as Pangaea. This colossal union reshaped ocean currents and began to dry the once lush coastal lowlands. Among the strange life of this era were the synapsids, reptile-like ancestors of mammals. Dimetrodon, with its distinctive sail, was a top predator long before dinosaurs appeared. Small, agile cynodonts also roamed these lands. These creatures would slowly give rise to true mammals, carrying traits like warm blood and differentiated teeth. From primeval seas to towering forests and parched deserts, life on Earth before the dinosaurs was astonishing, complex, and laid the foundation for what was yet to come. But as the Devonian and Carboniferous ages faded, the Permian dawned, a time of new landscapes, new climates, and new rulers. While deserts ruled the land, Earth's seas hosted monsters of their own. Helicoprion, a bizarre shark with a spiral saw jaw, sliced through prey in the ancient Permian waters. The oceans teemed with diverse life. Trilobites, ammonites, and countless other forms shaped ancient marine ecosystems, evolving into intricate food webs. By the late Permian, Pangaea's enormous size had pushed Earth's climate to new extremes. Lush wetlands vanished, leaving behind sun-scorched deserts and endless salt pans, a world increasingly hostile to life. Among the top land hunters were gorgonopsids, powerful saber-toothed synapsids, blending reptilian features with mammalian traits. Plant eaters too adapted to drier worlds. Pariasaurs, bulky reptiles armored with bony plates, browsed tough plants along ancient waterholes. All of Earth's major landmasses now fused into Pangaea, an immense supercontinent that changed ocean currents, climate, and life itself. Around 252 million years ago, massive volcanic eruptions in what is now Siberia spewed lava and gases, setting the stage for catastrophe. Oceans suffered first. Acidification and anoxia killed over 90% of marine species, erasing lineages that had endured for hundreds of millions of years. On land, heat waves, wildfires, and toxic gases wiped out most large animals and plants, reducing Earth's biodiversity to a fraction of its former glory. Yet life clung on. Small burrowing synapsids and early archosaurs weathered disaster, becoming ancestors of mammals and dinosaurs yet to come. From this fragile foothold, life began to take its first cautious steps into a changed world, a world where new kinds of reptiles would rise. Amid the devastation, early archosaurs emerged, agile reptiles destined to give rise to crocodiles, pterosaurs, and the mighty dinosaurs that would later rule the Earth. Small cynodonts, our ancient synapsid cousins, evolved sharper teeth and whiskers, early hints of warm-bloodedness that helped them survive harsh Permian nights. Life's comeback was painfully slow. After the mass extinction, barren lands waited millions of years before new plants and animals reclaimed the silence. Eventually, scattered groves of conifers and seed ferns spread, forming the first Triassic forests that offered shade, food, and shelter for emerging creatures. Among the dominant herbivores were dicynodonts, squat, tusked synapsids with beaked jaws, perfectly adapted to chew the tough Triassic vegetation. Top predators of this new era included Rauisuchians, fearsome archosaurs that terrorized Triassic plains long before true dinosaurs rose to dominance. Deep within Earth, tectonic forces began to fracture Pangaea, slowly reshaping oceans and continents and creating new coastlines rich with ecological opportunity. Shallow Triassic seas once again blossomed with ammonites, corals, and armored placodonts, fragile signs of life's resilience after cataclysm. Not all creatures stayed on land. Early pterosaurs took to the skies, becoming the planet's first true vertebrate flyers long before birds. And finally, the first true dinosaurs, small, nimble, likely feathered, appeared in the late Triassic, ready to start one of evolution's most extraordinary chapters. As the Triassic continued, archosaurs split into giants like Rauisuchians and smaller, faster dinosaurs, a branching experiment in survival strategies on shifting continents. For millions of years, early dinosaurs stayed modest in size, blending into sparse forests, hunting insects and small lizards rather than ruling the land. Meanwhile, our own ancestors, the cynodonts, adapted to darkness, evolving fur, keen senses, and nocturnal habits to survive among giant neighbors. In the seas, strange new reptiles like nothosaurs appeared, their paddle-like limbs perfect for prowling ancient lagoons for fish and squid. Freshwater lakes and swamps remained strongholds for ancient amphibians. Massive temnospondyls whose lineage stretched back over 100 million years. Plants, too, adapted. Hardy cycads and seed ferns evolved tough, water-saving leaves to withstand the hot, unpredictable Triassic climate. Before true crocodiles, crocodile-line archosaurs, like phytosaurs, filled riverbanks, waiting motionless until prey swam too close. Across 50 million years, life rebounded, diversified, and adapted, driven by extinction, climate shifts, and the relentless drift of continents. Earth's giant supercontinent created harsh seasons, searing summers, bitter winters, and monsoon cycles that shaped every creature's evolution. By the late Triassic, dinosaurs began branching out. Some grew taller necks to feed on treetops. Others became faster, sharper-toothed hunters. Soon, some plant eaters grew into giants, like Plateosaurus, towering above ferns and cycads, a glimpse of the true sauropod giants yet to come. As prey grew larger, so did predators. Herrerasaurus and its kin evolved bigger jaws and stronger limbs to keep pace in the ancient arms race. Yet again, disaster struck. Volcanic eruptions and climate shifts triggered a late Triassic extinction, wiping out rivals and clearing the stage for dinosaurs to dominate. From the survivors, the first truly bird-like dinosaurs and giant long-necked herbivores emerged, shaping the iconic Jurassic world to come. In these forgotten ages, evolution's experiments laid the groundwork for everything to come and gave rise to the Age of Dinosaurs, an epic yet still only part of Earth's deeper story. Feathers first evolved not for flight but for warmth, camouflage, and courtship displays. Only later would these delicate filaments become the wings that conquered the skies. The ancient struggle continued. Herds of early herbivores browsed on tough foliage, always shadowed by swift predators whose teeth tell stories of constant pursuit and survival. Above, pterosaurs spread across the skies, from sparrow-sized species to wingspans as wide as small planes, the planet's first vertebrate aviators. In the oceans, ichthyosaurs, dolphin-shaped but reptilian, grew into giants rivaling modern whales, evolving speed and power to chase down swift prey. Under the cover of darkness, small warm-blooded cynodonts roamed, their whiskers and sharp senses helping them avoid larger predators and find insects in the leaf litter. Plants continued to innovate too. cycads, and bennetites developed seeds and protective cones, attracting ancient insects and reshaping entire ecosystems. From small beginnings came giants, prosauropods, ancestors of colossal sauropods, evolved lightweight vertebrae and long necks to feed high above ground. Dinosaurs had an edge. Upright, digitigrade posture kept their legs directly under their bodies, saving energy on long journeys and freeing front limbs for hunting or balance. These forgotten worlds of armored fish, sail-backed predators, furry cynodonts, and soaring pterosaurs paved the way for the age of giants to come. As the Triassic gave way to the Jurassic, survivors and newcomers alike stood ready to write the next great chapter in Earth's story. An age when dinosaurs truly reigned supreme. Despite past extinctions, life surged back. Early Jurassic landscapes bloomed with new plants and herds of sauropods, the first steps toward the colossal creatures that would shape this age. Over millions of years, sauropods evolved into immense, lightweight giants, their hollow bones and long necks unlocking food no other creature could reach. Freed from rivals, dinosaurs spread across ancient continents, branching into armored, horned, duck-billed, and carnivorous forms that filled every niche. Forests of conifers, cycads, and ferns reshaped Earth's air and soil, sheltering insects and small dinosaurs, and locking away carbon that shaped the climate. Predators adapted too. Sharper teeth, better eyesight, and feathers for balance or display, refining the deadly elegance that defined the age of dinosaurs. In the shadows, small, warm-blooded mammals survived and evolved quietly, developing fur, faster metabolism, and complex teeth. A parallel story unfolding beneath dinosaur feet. At sea, new marine reptiles rose, long-necked plesiosaurs glided above reefs, while dolphin-like ichthyosaurs hunted in deeper waters. Ocean giants born from extinction's void. Above, pterosaurs diversified spectacularly, some as small as sparrows, others as large as planes, masters of air for over 100 million years. Continents continued to drift apart, changing sea currents and weather patterns, a restless Earth reshaping life's stage with each slow-moving plate. By the Middle Jurassic, some sauropods had grown into true titans, reshaping ecosystems simply by feeding and moving across ancient floodplains. Large carnivorous dinosaurs evolved bigger jaws, stronger legs, and forward-facing eyes. The apex hunters of their time, perfectly engineered by evolution. Yet even the smallest dinosaurs played vital roles, hunting insects, spreading seeds, and keeping ancient ecosystems in delicate balance. Across hundreds of millions of years, life endured meteor strikes, eruptions, and extinctions, each catastrophe sparking new experiments and forging the age of dinosaurs. But this was only the beginning. Ahead lay the age of truly gigantic sauropods, horned titans, raptors, and the first birds, life's next great chapter. Thank you for joining us on this journey through forgotten worlds. Subscribe to Ancient Earth Animated, and together we'll keep unearthing the secrets of deep time.